Welcome to episode 57 of Look What Just Found. A few days ago, we got a donation of some pocket change. These quarters were part of the donation, okay, to the channel. We are going, sometimes I'll go over quarters from pocket change, meaning what's in the jar, right? But this is the first time I'm going over someone's pocket change that they actually had put into rolls. Now, yes, I paid for them. But this is kind of like a special thing. I've never done this on the channel before. And I'm kind of excited about it. I want to do something different for this episode. And I knew I had these quarters. I didn't even realize that it was 5 of them because I have nickels and dimes and pennies and all kinds of stuff. But there are 5, so this should be pretty interesting. I don't know how long it's going to take. I think what I'm going to do, instead of just dropping them all 5 rolls, I think I'm going to do it roll at a time. So, and it shouldn't take too long to put back into the roll, because then I'm going to bring these. These are going back to the bank, you know. So I have a basic list of some of the items we might be looking for. Obviously, all the spitting animals. Any double dies, obviously any silvers, which I don't know. I guess I can look on the side, see if I doubt this. We're gonna find any silver in any of these. That's a weird one. Which one is that? Why does this one look like so much copper? I'm afraid to lose it later. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything, but just the reading just looked weird, I guess. Very dull. Is that too close? Maybe a drop, right? Okay. And obviously we're looking for any W's. So that's I don't have a an extensive knowledge of quarters, but I think, as far as a double a double uh a double die, I don't think that should be too difficult to see. Seeing a W for a mint mark shouldn't be too difficult to see. Obviously, a 64 or older is silver. That shouldn't be too difficult to see. Now, CUDs and other eras, that would be difficult, and that I might miss. By the time you see this video, excuse me, that means it's true. If you drop something when you're saying something, it means it's true. If you see something, remember the videos are being scheduled out. So if you see something, it's 10 days later, at least, something like that. Quarters. Yeah, W would be cool. I never found it. I never found the West Point. Let's see. Usually, I get I finish my coin roll hunt in about 40 to 50 minutes with three. I'll look at that. No, it travels through the field. So, that Daniel Boone? Oh no. United States of America, Dr. Saley Ride. She's wearing I don't know, looks like an astronaut uniform. Man, all this hair is so weird on these newer quarters. They all look like, I mean, you have to really, really know your quarters. I mean, a cut should be easy enough to see, though, you know? So, how are you doing today? Are you having a good day? I hope you are. Yeah, I'll look at that. You know, it's so worn. I don't feel comfortable making a diagnosis on it, to be honest with you. Diagnosis. When I social workers who work in the mental health field, or aspect of social work, when they do a an assessment or a psychosocial, same thing, generally speaking, they use a book called the DSM. The last time I was doing interviews, part of the interviewing process, I was doing uh, assessments. We were using the DSM 5, I believe, revised. I think it was purple. I think the book was purple. And you have to diagnose. You have to know how to diagnose people. It's the first step in the diagnostic process. And then the spitting horse. And then um, someone else typically will, a doctor, typically a medical doctor, will um, say what they think about it. And it's mostly for billing, you know. Mostly it's for billing, right? Because you're supposed to treat the patient, not the diagnosis. Um, it's mostly for billing. So there's a good chance. I don't know. Are we going to go through 4 rolls and find nothing? Well, you know what? These are the only quarters I got. So, um, I do, like I said, I do have the general errors up in front of me. There's one with the Minnesota trees. If there's an extra tree, there's the spitting horse. There's the Wisconsin extra something high leaf low. Uh, the Alaskan bear extra claw. 1, 2. I don't even know where it's at. The Duke Ellington extra what? Extra strike? Something. Extra something. And those are errors you have to be looking for, you have to be familiar with. You might even need I guess a good loop will do it. You have to have a good loop. What I'm gonna do, just not to mess up the flow, I'm just gonna go right into the next roll, and then I'll put all of these back into the rolls off camera. Thank you, Jesse. You're so nice. Aw. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I was wondering if I was gonna do the bonus feature today. I really want to have a topic, and I did the comments already. That was pretty interesting. Comments are a that's what I'm looking for. Are an interesting topic, you know. Now this is the first time I've ever had, like, there are people out there, there are YouTubers who have multiple channels with millions of viewers each. I'm just gonna make up obviously Mr. Beast, so that goes without saying, but also like PewDiePie. I mean, there's tons of people. Not tons. I shouldn't say that. There's not tons of people with multiple million view channels. There are plenty of people. You know what? But I kind of don't want to mix them up. I want to keep the piles at least. All right, so that's one pile, right? Because that's $10. That I don't want to do. I don't want to mix the piles up because then I have to do the counting over. I'm being lazy. Spitting horse. So God bless them. You know what I mean? I'll put this one down here. Then I'll move it afterwards. So no, I don't have a secret other channel with millions of subscribers. Nope. Just this little, oh, look what Jess found. That's it. That's all I got. Me and you. Ooh, what we got? What we got here? Looky here. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Let me. Is that? What is? What is that? Now, my first initial impression is that it's damage, right? Because it looks like damage. I'll keep it. That's a keeper. I've never seen it. If I never seen something like it, I'm going to keep it. It's free to keep. Well, it's 25 cents to keep. I shouldn't say free. So we found one interesting quarter so far. I'll take it. One is such a lonely number. I have no idea where that came from. I kind of feel like it's from Sesame Street. Or is it a song? Or is it an old song? One is a lonely number. I just feel like it was from Sesame Street. Could be. And whenever I see this, I mean, I know it's Douglas Frederick because it says it there, Frederick Douglass. But he has that ink pen. Reminds me of looks a little bit like the guy who used to do the paintings. That had that real soft voice. I used to watch him all the time. He was on Channel 13 PBS when I was a kid. I used to watch him all the time on TV. And I remember it was like, I don't know if it would be considered a scandal when he passed away, but Ross, right? Something Ross. That looks like a cud. I'll look at it. Something Ross. Yep, that's a very nice cud. Yeah, you don't see that too often. What year is this? 2004. Yeah, that's a nice cud. That's probably I haven't found many real cuds. You can find things that look like cuds, but they're not. I almost said Rick Ross. I mean, I guess I did say Rick Ross, but I almost said it like, what's his name? Rick Ross? No, it's not Rick Ross. Yeah, when he passed away, I think his kids were fighting over his estate or something like that. That's horrible. Guess that's part of life. I don't know. Because his paintings are like valuable, right? And I believe at one time they were super cheap. Oh, bison, bison, bison. Is this it? Kansas. Kansas P, spitting bison. Kansas P. 2005, spitting bison. I don't get. Oh, something out of his mouth, a little thing. Yeah, right. Nah. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. A few artists had those issues when they passed away. Um, the guy who did the fantasy, I always wanted to buy one of his paintings, but they're in the thousands and thousands of dollars. They were cheap. I mean, everything was cheap at one time. I understand that. Um, but not. I mean, maybe they were like $1,000 20 years ago or something like that. Maybe even 30 years ago. Frank, I want to say Faraz. If I'm saying it right, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I believe he's actually from Pennsylvania, or he moved to Pennsylvania, or his museum's in Pennsylvania, which I've never been to. Um, his original paintings are, they're not in the millions, but they're in the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And I know like 20, 30 years ago, you were able to pick him up for, well, he was still alive, I guess, and still making art for, whatever, $500. If you check heritage auctions or something like that, you probably find them, what they sold for. Couldn't be a 64, huh? Cheapo? Yeah, he's one of my favorite artists, Frank Faraz. I love all that sci-fi fantasy art. Well, if I don't move quicker, I mean, I don't want to rush it, you know? I mean, quarters with cuds on them are worth about $10. I've sold one before for $12.50. And I'm pretty sure it would be pretty easy to miss an error. So you know what? I could do one of two things. I could break this up into two parts, or I could just muscle through it. You know, I got my coffee. I haven't taken a sip. Maybe that's part of it. Yummy, yummy. I think I'm just gonna muscle through it. That's my style, you know. I don't know if you got that about me yet. Now I feel like I'm too close. Okay. Come on, buddy. Don't fail. Don't start acting up now. Yes, I'm talking to the camera. Quad Recentio. Jamestown. I went to Jamestown. I think I went to Jamestown, Virginia, right? Yeah. All right. That's another. What is it? $10. All right. At least I kept them in stack this time. All right, we could do it. We could do it. Come on. Let's see. Let's see if we see anything interesting on the top just by looking. I didn't do that. Well, I guess I did a little bit the first time. Nah. I guess I can move a little faster. I guess I'm a little slow. I guess I'm a little slow. What are you going to do? I like to take my time with things, you know, if I can, if I'm allotted that luxury. I see that little thing in the hair there. I don't know if that's normal. I have to look at another one, I guess. Different type of quarter. You see that there, right? It's like a little something, little dent. What year is that? 2022. I know we're gonna find another 2022. Oh, come on. Now this is gonna be the one I'm gonna screw up on? I don't think so. '66. Guam. No. I know there's one with a third leg. I don't think that was it. I mean, I know there's people out there who are like really into quarters, and maybe you're gonna see something. Well, this one's gonna be scheduled for December. You hear me? Imagine that. Make so many videos, right? Go out like 4 months. Well, I mean, from now it would be like 10 months. But just saying that's kind of funny. I said December. March. I believe this is for March 5th. Found a lot of these with these birds in the back. Hmm. Uh, the clip that never was. I don't know. I can't hold on to stuff like that. Two more rolls. It'd be nice if we find something. I mean, we found a couple things. You know, nothing to write home about. We got the cut and we got that whatever. You know what? We're in good company. We're still looking for that 1922. Probably found one already, right? I forgot about it. And that's from the second roll. Yeah, look at that B. Nope. 65, man. Yeah, we ain't never gonna find a silver. It's like a unicorn or something, you know? Same thing with that extra V. Like looking for an elf or something. Leprechaun. I shouldn't say that. Anything's possible. $1 in a dream. A quarter in a dream. Quarter in a dream. 22. Oh, you see it's there too. Look at that. Wow, what a weird mark in the middle of nowhere in his head. All right, so that one goes here. That one goes here. All right. Just wanted to see if it was there. It's there. Yeah, so I put the extra work in, to schedule these videos out. That way I have time, for my own personal schedule. I put this, so that's why, I make my commitment to actually make the videos better, right? You know what I mean? That way, um, it's not negative. I found something already. What's this? Missing clad? Yeah. Yeah. It's not a severe example. Looks just dull, but I'm pretty sure it's a clad something, but I'm not keeping that. So yeah, so I schedule them out. Um, but I do my very, very best to put the same, keep that quality control there. You know what I mean? I don't cheap out. Um, Actually, I try to give more. To be honest with you, I try harder, so that way, um, well, I guess so I don't feel guilty. It's selfish, really, 'cause I'll feel guilty if I schedule them. I schedule the videos out, and then they suck. You know what I mean? Um, then I'll feel, like I'm slacking or I'm cutting corners. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing. I put the same amount of time. When I do a video takes me between the might be a little misaligned dye going on there. A video, right? I mean, obviously the video's an hour, right? Give or take. So you got the hour. Then I do the yeah, I see that. Nice looking. I have to see if that's a cud. I don't think so. No. Then I do the shorts. So that's three. Then I do the shorts. Um, then I have to upload everything. I have to do the thumbnails. Well, it's usually just one thumbnail. I have to do one thumbnail. I have to do the titles and the whole process of, all the clicking and stuff like that you have to do. Then I have to clean up, put everything away, right, for that video. I have to clean the desk, clean the mouse, clean the keyboard, right, because I touch the keyboard sometimes. So I'm going to say each video takes about 3 hours, the whole from beginning to end. So on the days that you see I do, not that you see that I do it, but on the days that I do 3 videos, it's all day. That means I started first thing in the morning, and one of them, I have very rarely I do 3. I've done 3, I think 3 times in the past 3 months, maybe 4. And the last time I did it, a few days ago, it was like 9 o'clock at night because I had other stuff to do, and I was finishing off the shorts for the last one, as far as putting in the titles and stuff like that. So this will probably be the last time I do 2 in a day for a while. I think I'm about 11 days out now. Let me see. We're on 2022. And this is, like I said, I believe this is for, I said the 5th. It's either the 5th or the 6th of March. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it's the 5th, so that's 12 days out. So that covers me for quite a, I don't say for quite a while, but it covers me. I'm covered, It's like when you work, anybody out there have a job where you get sick time? Well, they don't. Some places, I think now you start off with maybe some sick time, like from day one. I'll look at that P in a second. But I'm just saying, traditionally, that's not how it works. You have, you start off with 0, and then you go to work, and you a certain amount. I mean, it might not even be sick time anymore. I think it's like that universal time, whatever it's called. It's all lumped in together. But whatever, PTO, paid time off. But whatever it is, your time off for sick, for personal time, PTO. You have to work for it. You have to work, and you have to accumulate it. And so dull or frosted looking. I can't. It's hard to tell. So that's basically what I did. I accumulated PTO. The back looks like a clad error on this when I picked it up. Let's see. It probably is. Just doesn't look that good. Someone left a comment. All whatever it was that I was talking about. All coins are clad. Right, but there's a layer of clad over the surface. And that could be that's to protect the coin, because it's not all silver. So they put a clad layer over the top of the coin to preserve it. But if that clad layer is improperly adhered or applied or whatever the process is, then the surface of the coin will look at that P will look funny. It'll look like an error, like something's wrong. Now the P looks like from the crimp roll damage. Bagged, bagged, bagged. That's from another quarter hitting it. You see the reading? I'm pretty sure that's what that is anyway. That's what it looks like. I guess that's what I should say. That's what it looks like to me. You have to be very careful what you say on YouTube, man. People get very sensitive. That's not clad. They're all clad. Holy smoke. All right. They're all clad. Yeah, but there's something called the clad era. It's real. It's legit. I don't even know where this one goes. So it's a legit thing. I'm going to just put it on that one. Okay, last row. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Pretty similar to when I do the pennies. Yep, so this is my PTO. I get to, that's why I do more than one in a day, if I can. If I can. Just to talk about the process with you guys a little bit. That's all. I still check my comments every day. And I do put up extra videos sometimes. Either if the video is really, really good, and what I say is really good anyway, then I do sneak previews, bagged. The only question, it's not worth anything, right? Bagged, it's just bagged, right? It's not worth anything, is it? That I don't know. That I didn't look into. If there's any value to a bag, I don't think so, right? You can leave that in the comments. The only thing I don't like from doing back-to-back videos with coins is that my hands get super, super duper dirty, and it does gross me out a little bit. So someone says, use gloves. I ordered. First of all, I don't think I could. I didn't try, I don't think I could manipulate this with rubber gloves. Or the cotton, like how I do this. I don't know if I can. So I don't mind that they get dirty, it's just like my fingertips get a little rough. I see that. Is that just the design that the cloak, or oh my God, a cape? What's the difference between a cloak and a cape? I think a cloak is a cape with a hood, right? Just go straight through to you, huh? How cool is that? All right, so this wasn't too bad. I'm glad I went straight through. Yeah, right. I'll look at that, D. I'm going to get a gift here. Yeah, right. I'm not that lucky. Nah, that's damage. That's not a double die or a repunch. I know it looks like it at that angle. It's not though. It's damage. Believe me, nobody wants it to be a repunch more than I do. You know, I'm just not going to make things up. That's all. Like, I want that to be an extra branch. You know, but I know it's not. You know, you know. I want that to be a P over a D. I know it's not. Yeah, by the time somebody watches this video, these quarters might be. I see that a little bit of copper showing there. These quarters might be in the bank already. If you're a member, then you could communicate with me about scheduled videos. Hey Jess, you got that quarter is blah 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 blah. Another interesting one. Yeah, hold on to. Why not? It's interesting. Somebody might want this for $1 or $2. Maybe I'll throw it up on the eBay store for $1. Don't forget the eBay store. I mean, for $1, you get to help out the channel a little bit. Right, but if you remember, then you could tell me you see something right away, and then if it's valuable, then maybe I could grab it before I send it back to the bank. Not the same bank, a different bank. I get my quarters from one bank, or my pennies, and I bring them back to a different bank. Yes, we're almost done here. I had a topic. I have to see if I can get it in my head. All right, I have to see if I can. Oh, is that bagged? What is that? I don't think that's bagged. I think that's a strike through, and it's in a very interesting place because it's right by his mouth, and they look like teeth. That's pretty cool. And you see, it doesn't travel past the. I don't think that's bagged. Bagged is the little tiny marks. That's probably so. We found a cool one. We got 3 out of 5 rolls. We have 3 somethings. Yeah, so I guess I am able to think about stuff and juggle. I guess I'm juggling. I guess we're all juggling, right? This thing doesn't even want to focus anymore. It's getting burnt out. Yeah. So there's a thought that I have to do something. Wow, that's something, huh? I don't think it's a proof. Could be. Oh yeah. I don't think it's a proof. Proof like. Could be proof like. I'll put it on the side just for the hee hey. So I enjoyed this. It's different. It's a nice little, change of pace, Nice little change of pace. I will check that D. I'm gonna check these real quick. Let me check the back. Nah, it's just wear and damage. Come on. Yeah, I guess I'll do a what's that called? Bonus section feature. Not too interesting. Nothing to write home about. Just a thought that I had today, um, relating to a comment that I had received recently. Okay. All right. Thank you. That was okay. We found a few interesting quarters. It was something different. That's all. Something different. I'm not a quarter. I know pennies much better than I do quarters. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to be comfortable over here. Must be a little. I'm trying to. Gotta get Christ in. Thank you. Let me have a sip of coffee. Okay. Trying to get comfortable. I got my little speaker there, microphone. So, little channel, right? This is a little channel. Just about hitting 2,000 subscribers. Just about getting monetized after 3 months with 4,000 watch hours. We're right there. A couple more days, I think. And I know because I've been there. That it's not easy. This isn't easy, right? To get a channel up and going, even with 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000. At 10,000 subscribers, you're under 10. You're under 10% of all YouTubers in the world that have, in that percentage, is under 10% that have 10,000 plus subscribers. I think over 100,000, it's 1% or something like that. So it's not easy. I've had other channels, and 5, 10, 15 subscribers, change the name, change the account, all kind. I mean, that's normal, right? People, I mean, normal for me. I've been doing it since I think my first YouTube channel was in 2011, something like that. So 13 years ago, with a camera, with a little camera. I still have it. I still have it. I could put it up for jokes. grainy. And let me tell you, if I would have continued from back then, I'd have, I don't know where I could have been. The Lord had a different path for me, and I think I followed it as a social worker, I'm saying, and a therapist. So this channel, it's all because of a couple videos that I put up, and they got a lot of looks, and that got me excited and into pocket change and finding stuff on the floor and doing other videos. And I was doing other stuff before, stamps and marbles, more so, I'm saying. And it just, I went with it. I went with it. I put a lot of work into these videos, a ton of work. And I do the extra stuff. I remember I told my son um, a while ago, like maybe years ago, um, he got his first like real kind of a job, and he also went to like Pokemon shows to sell Pokemon cards, and he was struggling financially. Even with the work and the Pokemon, to keep those two things going. And I told him, I said, you have to to become more successful, you're gonna have to do your job, what you're doing outside of it, and you're gonna have to do more than that. If you want to get ahead, right? Because obviously you're not getting ahead with just doing 1.5, let's call it. So you're gonna have to do twice as much as you were doing before, and of course everybody knows that being self-employed is the hardest thing in the world. You have to work twice as hard owning your own business than you do punching in and out every day. And so a little bit of luck, fortune, grace, if you want to call it that, sure, and a lot of hard work, and that's for what, I mean, I'm not going to minimize it, but I'm also not going to inflate it. 2,000 subscribers, getting monetized in 3 months, it's an achievement. It's Some people get 1 million views in one video. You have to have, I don't even know. And, but you have to have 2 videos. So you just put up 2 other videos. So you have to have 3 in 90 days. But I'm just saying, you could hit large on your first video. It's possible. And become monetized. And other people could be 2 years to get monetized. And then, all of a sudden the channel just explodes and just goes up. So it's a combination of things. All I can say is that, well, you know, anybody who becomes a member, then I'm gonna highlight, your channel. I'm gonna promote you to some degree. You know what I mean? Like I'll mention you, um, and once you hit 8 members, if you didn't know this, I didn't know this. When you hit 8 members, then a special category comes up when people go into your channel where it highlights the members. But you have to have 8 of them. So there's so much I can do, and there's whatever I can do to help someone else out, I will 100% do that. And just keep at it. If you have a goal of having a YouTube channel, just stick at it. Don't worry about views and comments and subscribers and monetize. Don't worry about any of that. Just keep putting content out. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. The times that I'm supposed to put out videos are Friday, Saturday, Sundays. And according to the algorithm and all the research, and really not do video. So I did a video, my videos on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday get less than half of the watch time hours than my Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, so are there ways to adjust that? Yeah, I could take the videos that I'm doing, and I might do this. I'm thinking out loud right now while I'm talking to you. Maybe instead of I'm putting them out every day. Maybe maybe I'll double them up for like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's an idea. Um, Maybe that would even build some anticipation for the videos. So there's things that you could do, right? Like you'll think and you'll progress, and you'll make adjustments and changes and stuff like that. So I just want to put that out there that, I didn't just get a channel with 2,000 subscribers and get monetized in 3 months. No, this channel is actually, I opened it up, not this channel, but this YouTube um, thing I opened up 2 years ago, and I changed the channel into a coin channel like 3 months ago. I put the name, look what just found, and all that. But it's been open for 2 years, and I had other videos from years ago, and I had 60 members as of 3 months ago. I had 60 members prior to a couple of the videos taken off. That's the bottom line. You're talking about 18 months of nothing, just you know testing the waters, and then all of a sudden, a couple took off, and those that took off led my direction. Because even my marble and stamp videos, they got hundreds of views, but that just hasn't became my focus. My focus now is on pockets change and coin roll hunting, and things relating to coins. So it just went that direction. I went with it. I went with the flow. And if you have a desire to have a YouTube channel, you have to, first of all, you have to know what you want, right? So right now, this is what I want. I like doing it. I like seeing the subscriber count go up and all of that. It's great. It's a lot of fun. I like finding the quarters and the eBay stuff. I like everything that I'm doing right now. It's perfect. And but it took, and if you want to go back to 2011, it took 13 years. If you want to go back to the beginning of this YouTube channel, was 2 years ago. And then, of course, 4 months to really, of 5 to 12 hours a day for the past 3 months, 7 days a week, to get to where I'm at now, to where I have videos scheduled out. And now, like tomorrow, my wife has off, and maybe I'll do a video in the morning. Maybe I won't. I have that free time. I have PTO. I have paid time off now. But I put a tremendous amount of work into it to get to that point. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. Just a little talk about the my experience with YouTube, and what it has been like in a 13-year timeline, and a 2-year timeline, and a 3-4 month timeline. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. And I guess if there was one takeaway, is don't give up. Keep putting out content and have fun. Enjoy what you're doing. If you enjoy what you're doing, I think that will translate and communicate and have fun, and you'll find your own voice. This is my voice. You know how scared I was to put my face on to do this right here? It took, I think I just started this like 2 weeks ago. Out of 3 or 4 months, however long I've been doing the change, since before Christmas, and we're going into March. No, 2.5, 3 months, something like that. Hardcore, I'm saying. And I was like, oh, I really wanna do a video where I show myself. I see other people, they're doing it, and I don't know. I asked my wife. We had to talk about it. I know I touched my face, my fingers. I have to wash my face now. But it was crazy. It was crazy. Now but that first, oh my, one day I'm gonna do a video on the first video that I remember I went like this and I showed myself and I said hello. If you look at that, it was like I was like a deer in the headlights, so scared. And I just kept doing it and kept doing it. I can't believe it's just crazy. And then and having supportive people around you, of course, helps. I have my wife, and she's my greatest support. She's my greatest fan. She's my everything. And she said to me, she goes, "You have a nice voice on YouTube." All right, I'm going to end there. I'll see you on the next one.